In ancient Israel, after Solomon became king, he prayed to God for wisdom to rule his people justly. One day, he was faced with a unique and challenging case that tested this wisdom. Two women, both harlots, came before the king with a dispute. The two women had been living in the same house, and each had recently given birth to a son within a few days of each other. They lived alone, with no other witnesses in the house to support either side of the story. One night, tragedy struck. One of the women accidentally smothered her own child in her sleep. Realizing what had happened, she quietly took her dead child and swapped him with the other woman's living baby while she was asleep. When the other woman woke up to nurse her baby in the early hours, she was horrified to find a lifeless child in her arms. But as she looked more closely, she recognized that this was not her baby. She knew that her child was alive when she went to bed, and she suspected what her housemate had done. In a state of outrage, the woman confronted her housemate, accusing her of switching the babies. However, the other woman denied it, claiming that the living baby was her own, and the dead child belonged to the first woman. The argument between the two became so heated that they decided to bring their case before King Solomon, hoping he could deliver a judgment. King Solomon listened carefully as each woman presented her claim. Both were adamant that the living child was theirs, and there was no other witness to confirm their words. The king could see that if he based his decision only on their testimonies, he would never find the truth. So, he devised a test, a way to reveal the true mother's heart. After a moment of silence, King Solomon spoke to his guards. "Bring me a sword," he commanded. The guards were perplexed but obeyed, bringing a sword before the king. Solomon then made a shocking proclamation: "Since both of you claim to be the mother of the living child, I will divide the baby in two. Each of you shall receive half." The room fell silent, and the women's faces showed the shock of his decree. But the reaction from each woman was very different. One of the women, overwhelmed by her love for the child, cried out, "Please, my lord, give her the living baby. Do not kill him. Let him live, even if I cannot have him." Her only wish was to spare the child's life, even if it meant losing him to the other woman. The other woman, however, seemed unmoved. "Neither I nor you shall have him," she said coldly. "Cut him in two." In that moment, Solomon's test had revealed the truth. He turned to the guards and declared, "Give the living baby to the first woman. She is his mother. Do not harm the child." The wisdom of Solomon's judgment became known throughout Israel. His ability to reveal the true mother by drawing out her compassion and selfless love proved to the people that God had granted him extraordinary wisdom. Solomon's fame grew, and the people of Israel came to respect his judgments and his devotion to ruling with righteousness.